Hello and welcome to TT Miniatures. I'm here today with Ian. And Ian, you have got a game with you.
I have. I'm the author of Emperor of the Battlefield.
Fantastic.
Napoleonic rules, based on my old King of the Battlefield rules that I wrote 20 years ago, and using the same mechanism. Obviously from the Napoleonic period, we've had to add in a few little bits, prep firing, and also there's a response phase, which wasn't needed in the old rules.
Perfect, and you brought a lovely display table here as well.
Thank you.
And in terms of setting, is this 100 days or is this?
No, this is Europe. You can go 1805, 1809 because we have the French attacking the Austrians. So my own Austrians are set up for the 1805 campaign. The reason being, at that point, the Austrian battalions were 720 men.
Wow.
At 16 figures makes it 40 to 1, which is simple for wargamers that care about these things.
Yes.
I actually think, yes, if we take the rules and we're playing in a different theatre, well, the average size of a battalion might only be 500, so that's what it represents. But this is there is no figure removal. This is based on, we have here a battalion of infantry. We have here 2 squadrons of cavalry.
Okay.
And 2 squadrons of cavalry, or packets of 2 squadrons of cavalry, was what the Austrians used to put in to the infantry divisions. What a waste of cuirassier.
Gosh.
2 or 3 small packets, and controlled by an infantry divisional commander. What a waste.
That's going to be chaos. And how do you control that on the field?
Well, basically, you're working on a control radius. So you'll set off your cavalry once, and after that, typically, they're out of range of the officer commanding them. So they're win or lose, they're out of control. So if you're lucky, they'll come back in dribs and drabs. Unless, of course, the infantry division is also charging forwards and moving with alacrity. But bearing in mind we're talking about Austrians, this is unlikely.
So we're going to have the sort of Prince Rupert effect where they're just charging off and doing their own thing, realistically, sometimes.
My French light cavalry tend to do that. Yes, my Austrian hussars might well do that as well, but that's me. I've written these rules so that opponents play each other. You don't have to fight the rules. They're fairly simple, easy to pick up and use, and there are no national characteristics. I mean, there's a couple of things in there you can make them stoic, which makes you think of Russians, but generally, you decide what you want to use. I just want to see pretty figures on the table, and preferably in large numbers. Fantastic.
Well, you've certainly done that because it's beautifully set up, and there's some lovely little buildings here as well, and it's a real pleasure to see them on the tabletop. Thank you very much, Ian. Oh, just before I go,
Michael, there were lots more. The game is designed so that in an evening game in Central London's always met in a pub, but you're fighting a corps and using a corps. So I'm using maybe 30 battalions and cavalry units on my side, plus some batteries against my opponents, who will have made different choices.
Oh, nice. Okay. And but also, I have to admire your fashion sense, sir. There's a certain gentleman who's got a very chunky earring today, I think. And we've got Napoleon himself is sitting there. But okay, Ian, thank you very much. A real pleasure to see, and wishing you chaps all the best of luck.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks.